XeroRaider Gaming!
And hi, and welcome to XeroRaider Gaming. I am Zero.
And I'm the Fabulous Raider.
And today we're not playing a damn thing. We are going to do our 400 subscribers Q&A video that I promised we would do about 2 weeks ago, and we're going to do it now that we have 520 something subscribers.
Yeah.
Which is pretty phenomenal because it was a week ago that I said, hey, we're going to do the 400 subs. And then after that I was like, oh, and we're also going to do the 500 subscriber stream thing. So since you guys are so amazing at sharing us around and getting us subscribers and getting us views and stuff, we are now pushed at a schedule impasse. So the 500 subscribers videos will be hopefully within the next couple of weeks, the live stream and everything like that. Just be on Twitter, Instagram, and we'll let you know as soon as we can. So
We really appreciate it, guys. It helped us out a lot.
a tremendous amount, 500 a lot to be exact. Keep on going. We'll be at 1,000 before June. I don't think so. We'll be at 4 million before May 28th. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead. I have a few questions here. Clearly, Raider and I couldn't make our schedules to where we're in the same room, so I'm just gonna read off a question and we're both gonna answer it. I'll just go ahead and start that. So, this is from @DubstepRacer on Twitter. What is your favorite gaming console? I'll let Raider go first.
Well, I would actually have to say Xbox One. And why? Because that's the console that I've chosen. Like, I've played the PlayStation 2, I went to Xbox straight from there, and I've played PS3, and I've just always liked the Xbox configuration and their controllers and everything. It's just more comfortable. So, everyone's got their own opinion.
I'm gonna go with the PlayStation 2, mainly just because a lot of, and I'm 27, and a lot of people that are about my age or older than me have grew up on like PS1s, Nintendos, and whatnot. But the PS2, I think, was the console that truly got me into gaming. I got that one, and then I started just picking up games for it, and I loved almost every game I got for it. So yeah, PS2 just holds a special place in my heart. PS2 and the PS1, but I have to go with PlayStation 2 on that one. So that's a good question. From the same person, Dubstep Racer, how do you pick your series? I'll do this one first. We initially started this, or we had the idea for this channel, with the intent of starting it with Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin.
Yep.
We ended up getting all of our equipment before that came out, and Raider and I both fell in love with Far Cry 4 before we started recording. Had a lot of fun on that, so we thought, why not start with Durgesh, because I think Yetis came out like a week after we started, if I'm not mistaken. A week or 2 weeks after we started the channel.
It was a week, or if not 3 to 5 days.
Yeah, so we started with Durgesh and then went to Yetis, but we basically pick our series based on the games we like to play, to be honest with you. Now, I do get on Twitter, Instagram, and ask people what they would like to see, and we'll get a lot of suggestions, and I end up picking the games that I already know that I like, so that's kind of biased on us. But Outlast is one of those. I had a lot of suggestions, and then somebody threw out Outlast. I was like, yes, Raiders never played Outlast, so that's...
I have not, and it's actually very terrifying, and I'm really excited to actually be able to beat that game.
Yeah, I think it's just games that we like. Honestly, what do you think?
I would pretty much answer the same way. Like, whenever we both see a game that we like, and we're like, well, shit, we have to let's play that now, because we both are wanting to play it, and it's actually co-op. Most of the games we're going to be playing are co-op, unless it's like a game like Outlast that we can actually sit in the same room together and play.
Yeah. And even then, we'll try to do them together, because we kind of base this channel on the co-op gameplay. We do the solo stuff just because, me personally, when I have free time, I like to play video games, and now that we're doing this channel and trying so hard to get it off the ground, I feel like, well, I need to be recording this because, you know, like, well, I don't need to be recording it, but I want to record it because I want to share my experiences with you guys. So, but mostly we're a co-op channel, so that's why we do it like that. So we answered that question, and then answered a question nobody asked, so that's a good job.
Way to go, us.
From Zach
Superman.
Burleson on Instagram with this nice picture of old school Thor. What were your first thoughts when starting your channel? And I'll let Raider do this one first.
Well, my first thoughts on that were like, holy fuck, we're actually going to be doing what we wanted to do for like a long time. I myself have I started watching Markiplier, Tobuscus, and PewDiePie and all them on YouTube, and like, holy crap, that looks really fun. And I noticed their fan base and saw how much their fans were getting into it, and it's like, I really want to do that to people. I want to make people feel good and do a whole bunch of other stuff that makes them happy by watching me be stupid while playing video games, which I'm good at. Nah. I'm not good at the game per se, I'm good at being stupid.
That's basically the same for me. Surprisingly enough, I've never been too hardcore into YouTube way back when. I really never was like really into like following a certain YouTuber. I actually found JonTron off of Meanbase. JonTron spun me into the whole Normal Boots group, which spun me into like Peanut Butter Gamer and whatnot. And then there was one day, I remember I was in the hospital, nothing serious, it's just like I had the flu really bad and my wife wanted me to go just to make sure I didn't have pneumonia, and I was waiting on the doctor, which I don't know if other hospitals are like this, but the hospital where we live takes 3 years for anybody to come see you for anything. So I was sitting there and I found a video of Markiplier playing Five Nights at Freddy's, and it actually drew me into it a little bit, and I watched his whole Let's Play off of that, and then I kept watching more than him. And same as Raider, we've played co-op games for a long time, and we've always been good at making the people we're playing with laugh. What we do isn't an act. This is how we act. Sad to say, this is how we act playing games. We just like to record it. So I guess, yeah, my first thoughts is basically what Raider... And that's another thing, is I like Markiplier's charity drives. I like that he's doing something that he truly enjoys, and he's able to make a living off of it, and he's also able to help people by doing that. And I think that's pretty fantastic, and I feel like that's an opportunity that if that's there for me to grab, we should both, you know, go out and grab it. So that's basically that. And the selfish thought of, oh, I could potentially get, you know, be able to sit at home and play video games with my best friend.
Right?
So, but as I've always said, if we never launch this past what we are now, we'll probably continue to do it just because it's so fun. That's basically what it boils down to, is it's just really fun, and we just want to make people laugh. And
like, this is going to be a really fun hobby that has potential to become something amazing.
So yeah, that was pretty, like, that's one reason we clicked so good together with this channel, because we hadn't kind of the same mindset on things. So, but that was a good question. I liked it a lot.
Kind of deep.
Kind of really deep. This one's not so much. From the Dr. 1818, who I remember you from like our 40 subscribers. I remember you. I'm on these things all the time.
I'm not. I apologize. I work
at a gas station. So.
And I work at a call center where if my phone is found, I could get fired.
I worked there first, but I was still on there, so I have no excuse. Anyway, right
you
behind
got fired
for not showing up to work because I was too busy on Instagram. But anyway, the Dr. 1818 on Instagram, his question was, when you do one... Okay, I'm just going to go ahead. Do we watch Doctor Who, Supernatural, or Sherlock? I have seen maybe 2 or 3 episodes of Supernatural. It looked pretty interesting, but honestly, doing the Let's Play, working full-time, and taking care of my family takes a whole lot of my time, so I don't even get to watch the shows that I really like to watch. I never got too into Doctor Who, and I haven't had a chance to watch Sherlock, but I'll check Sherlock out, because I like Sherlock Holmes. Raider?
Yeah, I've never been a fan of Doctor Who. I know that's going to make a lot of people mad, but...
That's our opinions!
Yeah, like, I've never been a fan of Doctor Who. Really not into Sherlock, except for the one that they just recently redid with, is it Robert Downey Jr.? They just played Sherlock
I think he's
Holmes?
talking about the TV show with Benedict Cumberbatch, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, the series. But I'm talking about the movie they did. Like, that's the only one actually...
Those movies were sweet. I loved them.
Yeah, that's really the only... I'm not really interested in the TV series. Now, Supernatural, I'm actually watching that right now. I couldn't tell you what episode I'm on, and I couldn't tell you what season I'm on, because I only watch it while I'm eating dinner. Like, I turn on the Xbox in the living room, hit play, I'm done eating, it goes off, and I come in here.
Basically, and I'm going to say this for both of us, I'm sure I'm more than likely right, about 95% of our day is working or working on this channel.
Or spending time with family.
Or spending time with family, I was about to say that. Or, you know, other friends, but whenever we're not doing that, I basically just make time just to play games or, you know, do something for me that I don't have to, like, I gotta edit, you know, 30 minutes worth of footage later on. So I don't really, I used to watch a lot of TV. Nowadays I don't. So yeah, that's a good question. I like Supernatural. It looks really cool. I'll watch it one of these days. So Warknockers123 from Instagram. Do you guys know how to play any instruments? Excuse me. I know how to play the throat horn, but other than that, Bert, I've been playing guitar since I was, I want to say 13. I've been playing bass since I was about 10. I can play the drums. If I do tops on the drums, I can't do bottoms, but if I do bottoms on the drums, I can't do tops. My wife says I can sing pretty good. I've heard from other people that I can. Trumpet's another one. I can play pretty much anything if I get my hands on it long enough. Raider.
I can't play any instruments.
No, he's probably
but yeah, I started off as I got my first acoustic guitar in the 5th grade. It was the smallest. I think it was like 1/4 the size of a normal guitar was the size of it, and it was a first act acoustic from Walmart. And the only reason I learned how to play well, not gonna lie, is because of that guitar. It was so hard to play. You had the learning curve on that particular guitar was so fast it was ridiculous.
Well, the action's really high on those too.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah. But I mean,
and they're made gross.
Yeah. And then after that, I got into the band. You know, with school, played the trombone, learned bass clef, all that stuff. Pretty much, basically, I could probably say this for Xero as well. If you put any instrument in our hands and give us 30 minutes, we could put out some kind of thing that sounds okay.
Yeah. Kind of like a piano. I can play something really great on a piano, but I would not be able to play it when I'm done. So don't ever, if I ever play piano for you, because one of these days I'll just do sit-at-home piano sessions. Who knows? Don't ever ask me to play the same song twice. I guess to
do that right now.
Further on that question, we could, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but our videos are usually like 30 minutes anyway. I currently own an Ibanez bass guitar. I own a Jackson Rhodes, which is not a great fancy Rhodes. It's just like a starter kit that I found, not a starter kit, like a starter kind of guitar that I found at a pawn shop for $200, and I just always like the body style on that.
Acoustic? Your acoustic?
No, I have a 12-string Dean acoustic, but my sweet baby child, that's not my real sweet baby child, is this cherry red Gibson SG, which is, aside from all the gaming consoles and all my recording equipment, this is hands down my favorite possession. So I'll let Raider talk about his stuff now while I finger on this for a little bit.
You guys already saw the Schecter Damien 6 that I pulled up. I have a DBZ acoustic, a very, very, very awesome Yamaha classic nylon acoustic guitar. Xero can attest to this. The thing is beautiful.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I've never been a huge fan of Yamaha instruments, but I like that particular one. One of these days, whenever I don't know if you can hear me very well because I'm putting up my stuff. Whenever we can find more time to put into this channel, we want to start implementing more music into it. I started out doing bands and crap when I was like in high school, and that's kind of what led me to doing this, because I've always wanted to pursue my dreams and whatnot, but being a rock star these days is kind of, everybody does it. Not everybody makes YouTube channels too, but this seems more attainable. But one of these days we can implement music.
Yeah, all the music that you're hearing in the YouTube channels actually comes from me editing in just electronic music that I like to dabble in. Soon, I don't know when, probably whenever we get, we can actually start doing YouTube as a part-time job, I'm actually going to start recording more and more and getting more into music, and hopefully inviting Xero along, and we can start that process going as well. So not only would we have YouTube videos to put up, but you would be able to download the albums for all the songs at the end of the videos, and they won't just be like 15-second sound clips. They'll be like full-blown 3-minute songs that we crop to put at the end of the video.
Yeah, that was a really good question. I've always wanted to like somehow sneak in the effect like, hey, I don't just play video games. I also do other things. So, but yeah, thanks, Warknockers123.
It was a good question. Very good question.
We'll move on to the Dutiful Pug from Instagram.
I know this guy.
He's funny. If you were to play with one famous, one famous AF YouTuber. I'm not gonna swear because we're not playing the games today. I guess Raider has, but whatever. He's a heathen.
Fuck!
If you were to play with one famous YouTuber, who would it be? I'll let Raider go first because I don't really know.
I'm gonna say this right now. I have a Superman crush for Markiplier, so I would fangirl the hardest I've ever fangirled over anything if I got to play with Markiplier on a YouTube video.
See, like, I wouldn't deny Markiplier. Like, if Markiplier's like, hey, let's go up or something. That was my best Markiplier. I'd be like, totally, yeah. Like, it's like, I like him a whole lot. I'm not trying to discredit him or all. Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie. I really think that I would have the most fun nerding out with Peanut Butter Gamer. Get me and Peanut Butter Gamer in a room, let us play some Mario. I think it'd be pretty great. And if you, I'm sure you guys, if you watch us, you know who he is. But if you don't know who Peanut Butter Gamer is, go check him out. He slays me. I don't know why, but it'd be a toss up between him or like Jacksepticeye or Markiplier. But I think Peanut Butter Gamer would be my top.
It's really a hard choice, but Markiplier would be my top out of like Jacksepticeye, Game Grumps, PewDiePie, Tobuscus. I love Tobuscus's music.
Yeah.
See, that's kind of what I'd like to do, is make music videos like that in the future.
Yeah. That was a good question. It's really hard to pick one YouTuber, though, because I enjoy watching them, and I would like to play with all of them. And I would like to play with all of you when I have the time. Everybody that asks us for our gamer tags, we're not just being shady. Again, we just don't have the time.
We really don't. Like, I cannot remember the last time I was able to just sit and play a game for my entertainment purposes, and Twitch does not count.
And I don't count that as griping, because we really enjoy this. But,
oh, yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. I mean, we're getting to sit and play video games and entertain people.
It's pretty rad.
It's great. Love it.
So our next question would be from Just2Guys74. This is over on Twitter. What advice would you give newer YouTubers to gain more of a following? How did you guys do it? Which is a pretty interesting question, considering we're still we've only been around since March, and it's May. Like, yeah. I think, let's see, the 6th is Wednesday, so Thursday. The Thursday from this video, May the 7th, will be our 3rd month on YouTube. So, we're still relatively new to the playing field, but all we really do, or I guess I should say all that I really do, is, and again, this isn't Raider's fault, this is because, like, where I work now, I have the free time to, well, I don't necessarily have it, I get bitched at a lot, but I don't care. It's a gas station. Really, it's just finding people on social media. Use your social media is there, and what's really funny is, and I can speak this for Raider too, is I don't use social media. Like, in my personal time, I do not hop on. I have a Twitter, and I have a Facebook, and I have an Instagram that I'm not going to give out, but I'm never on them ever. And once we start this, I sit on Twitter and Instagram. Not so much Facebook, because we don't have so much of a following on Facebook. But use your social media and talk to your fans and let them know that you appreciate them, because we appreciate each and every one of you. Because without people watching us, we would just be doing this and then watching ourselves, and it'd be kind of weird.
And above all, like, the best thing you could do is just be yourself.
Be yourself. Put out quality content. I mean, we spent, I'm not going to say a dollar amount, but we spent a pretty good chunk of change on our equipment just to make sure that we have quality audio and quality video and quality game footage, even though sometimes my audio is less than par and sometimes my game footage is less than par because I tweak all my stuff too much. That's solely on me. And our video could... Shut up. And our video could be a little bit better, but as of right now, for what we have, it's great. But yeah, quality equipment's key. But yeah, basically just be yourself. That's about it. Just associate with your fans, get on Twitter and get on Instagram, and just let people know you love them. That's what I do. That's what we do.
Make sure people know that you're gonna take care of them and love them forever.
I don't know about take care of some of you, but I'll do my best. So I've got a list of questions from Cat Loves Bacon.
Oh, God.
Instagram. We'll go in order. What are your favorite TV shows? I am partial to The Arrow on CW. I'm a huge DC fanboy, and I've always been a pretty decent-sized fan of Green Arrow. So to see a live-action Green Arrow just makes my little 10-year-old little boy just explode in excitement.
Not what I thought you were gonna say.
But yeah, I'd have to say The Arrow, and then second favorite TV show. I'm gonna split this into 3. Second favorite TV show running would have to be Game of Thrones. Second favorite TV show of all, and this would actually have to be my first favorite TV show, would happen to be Breaking Bad. I fell in love with that. I caught it kind of near the end of the series, but I just binge watched it on Netflix. Fell in love with that show. So that's my all-time favorite television show, but so far current running television shows, Arrow and Game of Thrones.
I would have to say Game of Thrones is in top 3. Second one would be Archer, because that shit's just funny.
And I have to go another one, Bob's Burgers.
Yeah. You can't... Bob's Burgers and Archer are really awesome. The voice actor for the main character in both of those is just absolutely amazing. But I'm going to have to go with my all-time favorite, and I'm kind of stealing one of Zero's. It would have to be Breaking Bad.
It was a well-written television show, and I really wish that I had the time to sit and watch Better Call Saul, because it's written by the same guy. Yeah, Breaking Bad was a well-written TV show. It had and I'm probably going to piss a lot of people off here, and a lot of people are going to agree with me, but Walking Dead, that's one of those.
It's a zombie.
Has its parts here and there, it's good. I've never, in the entire run of Breaking Bad, I've never seen a bad Breaking Bad episode. Ever. They've all been great. That's just my opinion, but it's also a fact, so. Well, that was a good question. Second question.
I gotta say one more thing. That Breaking Bad is the only TV show where I've actually screamed at the TV because one of the main characters did something stupid.
Oh, straight.
It was mainly Jesse.
I'm not gonna throw spoilers out there, even though that was season 4, season 4. But the ending of season 4, still to this day, one of my favorite TV moments ever.
Agreed.
Ever. But that was a good question.
Next
question from Cat Loves Bacon.
Cat Loves Bacon.
Would you rather have a rewind button for your life or $1 million?
$1 million?
That's a hard one.
I straight up $1 million.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I don't have a whole lot of regrets because I'm the kind of person. All of my crap gets really philosophical. I'm stupid, super wordy. So apologize. But
here, let me go first then.
How about it?
I haven't had a rewind button for my life, and I'm 22. I don't think I need one now. I'll just take the $1 million. I
want to say the same thing, and there's no reason to go back and rewind anything to do it over, because everything that we do I don't know, anything bad that happened to us has shaped us into what we are right now. So I'm scared that if we went back and changed anything, we would be a little bit different.
We would be different.
So
we would not be the same.
Shut up. Third question from Cat Loves Bacon. If you two were to become superheroes, what would your powers be, and who would be the sidekick? Well, that question is going to fluctuate between the two of us, because Raider would obviously be my sidekick. Superpowers. God. I want to go back to DC fanship. If I could have Green Lantern's power ring, that, and Batman's ninja skills, and that's it. Ooh. That's all that I need.
That's all you need?
Green Lantern's ring, you could will anything into existence, so I could fly, I could become invisible, I can hit people with boxing gloves, because that's what he does most of the time anyway. And then if I had Batman's ninja skills, that's in game.
But that's not really a superpower.
Super awesome detective skills, and it just okay. So superpower.
Like, we actually categorized, I did at work with a whole bunch of other people, Batman's not technically a superhero.
He's not technically a superhero, but most of my favorite comic book characters aren't. Like Batman, Green Arrow, my God, I don't know. Green Lantern's ring is a superpower, so I'm gonna go with that one.
That is definitely the superpower.
I'm gonna go with that one. And Raider would be my sidekick. And Wolverine claws.
I really don't know if it'd be considered a superpower or not, but I would love to just become Venom. That'd be awesome. Just like everything that he does, I wish I could do.
You'd go crazy.
No, but tameable. Like Venom, like just the strength and all the crazy shit, and looking absolutely batshit crazy, but being okay with it and actually being a hero.
Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, because I don't read a whole lot of Marvel, but I think there is a new Venom out there. He's like a Marine or something.
Carnage?
And No, it's not Carnage. He's a new Venom, and he was like a Marine that got the symbiote suit for some reason, and that's kind of, he's in full control of himself, but he's also Venom, so I kind of see what you're coming from. But I could be wrong, because again, I don't read a whole lot.
And I would actually prefer to be the sidekick, believe it or not, because I'm not a good leader at all.
He's just doing that just to make me feel stupid. Like he does. That actually looks like all the time that we have for this particular video. We're going to go ahead and record the second part right after this, but just to kind of shorten down some video time, because nobody's going to watch a 3-hour-long Q&A video.
I'm pretty sure this is going to take a little over an hour.
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and close this one down. Part 2 will be up hopefully right after this one. I'm not sure. It just depends on whenever I get it edited. So if we haven't answered your questions in this video, be sure to watch the next video. We'll definitely annotate it at the end of this video when everything's up and stuff. So
yep. All of our social media is down below, like always. You know, everything.
And thank you so much for watching.
Bye.